If you've watched our previous video, 10 things you should know before visiting Malaysia, well, here are 10 more things you need to know. Number 10. Do not buy anything from traffic light sellers. In Malaysia, don't be surprised if you see people with their faces partially covered carrying containers of pickled mangoes while walking around at traffic lights. While these sellers mean no harm, you could potentially get in trouble if you buy from them. According to Malaysian law, it's illegal to sell anything to a person in a motor vehicle at a road junction or on any road. Now, what about the buyers? Well, it turns out there's a law for that too. Malaysian law also states that it's illegal for drivers to buy anything from these sellers unless the vehicle is parked in a designated parking area. So, if you buy any of those pickled mangoes while stopped at a traffic light, you could be fined up to 2,000 ringgit Malaysia. Trading on the road is really dangerous. It's risky for both the vendors and everyone else on the road. We totally get it. You might feel like buying from them to show us support, but by doing that, you're actually encouraging them to continue these illegal and dangerous activities. Also, most of these vendors work for bosses who aren't out there doing the hard work themselves, leaving these traders to risk their lives selling on the road. Number 9. Malaysians can be quite generous when it comes to adding sugar to drinks. When you're visiting Malaysia, especially if you find yourself at a mamak stall or a Malay stall, here's a handy tip. Ask for less sugar when ordering drinks. Mamak stalls, which are run by Indian Muslims, and Malay stalls run by Malays, are popular eateries known for their affordable and delicious food and drinks. The beverages at these spots are often made with a generous amount of sugar. So if you're not used to super sweet drinks, it's a good idea to ask for kurang manis, which means less sugar. Some popular drinks you might come across include the very popular teh tarik, the national drink of Malaysia, which is made by manually pouring the tea from one cup to another to create bubbles on top. If you prefer something more refreshing, teh ais limau and iced tea with lime is a great option too. Both are delicious, but they can be quite sweet, so if you're not a big fan of sugar, make sure to ask for kurang manis or even kurang manis. Number 8. If you haven't tried the Ramly burger, you haven't eaten a true burger. Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but trust us when we say that you must try the famous Ramly burger when you're in Malaysia. This iconic street food is a local favorite and a very popular late-night snack for locals. You can usually find Ramly burgers at street stalls and night markets, and the best part is that you can choose from a variety of options and even customize them to your liking. One of the most popular items on the menu is the burger special, where the hawker wraps the patty in an egg omelette. One of the keys to the Ramly burger's popularity is its unique combination of condiments, seasonings, and vegetables, which vary from stall to stall. And the price is very affordable compared to burgers from food chains. Now here's a tip. If you don't like too much sauce, ask the hawker to go easy on it, because they can too be quite generous, just like how they are with adding sugar to drinks. Hey, do you think this video accurately represents Malaysia? If yes, hit the subscribe button so that more people can benefit from this video. Number 7. Don't panic if you cannot find the 4th floor. When you're in Malaysia, you might notice that some elevators skip the 4th or 14th floor. This isn't a mistake. It's actually done on purpose. In Chinese culture, the number 4 is considered unlucky because it sounds like the word for death in both Mandarin and Cantonese. As a result, many buildings, especially those with a significant Chinese presence, avoid using the number 4 in their floor numbering. So instead of a 4th floor, you might see it labeled as 3A, and instead of a 14th floor, it could be labeled as 13A. If you're ever in an elevator and notice the absence of these floors, now you'll know why. Number 6. Don't forget to try these local favorites from convenience stores. If you stop by any convenience store in Malaysia, be sure to try these local favorites. First up is Super Ring, a bright orange cheese-flavored snack that's crunchy, addictive, and a beloved childhood treat from many locals. Next is the classic Maggi Curry Cup, a perfect choice for a late-night snack. Here's a fun fact, the Maggi brand is so popular in Malaysia that it has even replaced the word instant noodles. So if you hear a Malaysian saying, "Let's go eat Maggi," they mean instant noodles. Now, on to the best combo on our list, but fair warning, once you start, it's hard to stop. The unbeatable pairing is Pops and crackers with a cup of hot Milo, a chocolate malt drink that you'll find in almost every Malaysian home. And here's a tip, it doesn't work with packet Milo. You'll need to get the powdered form, make the drink yourself, and dunk the crackers right in. And one final tip, for the best prices, check out 99 Speed Mart or the 24-hour KK Mart, where you'll usually find lower prices compared to other convenience stores. Number 5. The power of hand in Malaysia. When you're driving in Malaysia, you might notice pedestrians or some drivers sticking out their hands when they want to cross the road. This is basically the Malaysian way of saying,
"Hey bro, please let me cross the road fast."
It's a form of informal communication that relies on mutual understanding and a bit of courtesy on the road. Here's another tip. If you're a pedestrian, it's important to remember that in Malaysia, you need to make sure the road is clear before crossing. Don't just step on the road expecting vehicles to stop for you. Always check for oncoming traffic first. Number 4. Everyone is your uncle or aunt. When you're in Malaysia, you'll quickly notice that most locals address middle-aged men and women as uncle or auntie, whether they know them personally or not. If you're interacting with Malays, you might hear them use pakcik or makcik, which carry the same meaning as uncle and auntie in English. This practice is a sign of respect and friendliness, making everyday interactions feel a bit more personal. And if you visit a mamak stall, you'll also hear customers addressing the meal servers as
"Boss."
It's a playful yet respectful way of getting the server's attention, reflecting the warm and informal vibe that's typical in Malaysian culture. Number 3. If you're an adventurous eater, give durian a try. But here's a heads up, this fruit tends to get some pretty extreme reactions. You'll either be turned off by its strong smell or fall in love with it so much that you cannot stop thinking about it. Durian is also a seasonal fruit, so it's not available year-round, making it even more special when you find it. There are various types of durian, each with its own unique flavor. Some are sweeter, while others strike a perfect balance of sweetness with a hint of bitterness. If you're not sure which type to try, don't worry. The seller will be more than happy to explain the differences and help you find one that suits your taste buds. Number 2. Badminton is a huge thing in Malaysia. Badminton isn't just a sport in Malaysia. It's a passion that brings the whole nation together. Over the years, Malaysia has produced some incredible players like the legendary Sidat brothers and Lee Chong Wei, who have made their mark on the international stage. Whenever there's a big badminton tournament, you'll see Malaysians gathering to watch the matches, cheering on the national players. This shared enthusiasm shows just how much pride and love Malaysians have for the sport and the players. Number 1. Malaysia is one of the countries with the most public holidays. Thanks to the country's rich cultural diversity, Malaysia has around 14 national public holidays each year. And that's not even counting the state-specific holidays. However, with so many holidays, especially during long weekends, traffic can get pretty crazy. So if you're planning to travel during these times, be sure to plan wisely to avoid the congestion and make the most out of your time off. Alright, that's a wrap for our video today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you missed the first part of this video, click the link at the top right corner. For more interesting country facts, check out the video on the left. See ya!